Hey, Car Chronicles, how you guys doing? Ready? Let's talk about the narcissist game of chess. Everything that the narcissist does, the narcissist is always trying to overthink their opponent. They don't sleep. When you sleep, they don't sleep. When you stop thinking and you think that this is it, this is how it's going to be, we're going to leave it alone, they're always overthinking, over-strategizing, because they always feel like you're going to get away with something, especially in the courtroom. Ladies and gentlemen, when you go into the courtroom, you have to stay focused on your goal. It may be a divorce in the state of Washington. It's a community property state, to split your property half, think fairly, think fairly. Some of you try to get back at the narcissist by being ugly in the courtroom, but what you're doing is you're entering into their playing field. They are chess players. They've studied you. They know how you're going to act. They've been with you long enough to know how to poke you, how to make you react, how to make you poke you when you scream. They know exactly what to do, and they just let you play yourself at your own game. Anytime you go into the courtroom and you think to yourself, this is a open and closed case, cut and chase, just straight to the point, right? Well, no, a narcissist has to make it more complicated. But the one thing that the narcissist's mind is set on is that you sabotage your own self. So the way that the narcissist tries to throw you off is by doing what? Triggering your emotions. So when they get in the courtroom, everything that they accuse you of has nothing to do with your case. So you get in there and all of a sudden you are a drunk, crackhead, methamphetamine taking, I run around outside naked, I don't feed my kids type of person. Totally out of your character. But now, instead of focusing on the case, you are now distracted. Because now what you're doing is you're trying to fight everything that they're smearing your name with, everything that they've said about you, they're smearing your name. You're so focused on protecting yourself because that's all you've ever done that your whole mind is off track. So you're not even focused anymore. You are now officially distracted. So in the midst of the distraction and your emotions are everywhere, in those emotional states, that's when you start making mistakes. Remember, a narcissist doesn't want to lose. And so what a narcissist will do is they will set up emotional booby traps. They know you enough to know that you're going to fall into the emotional booby traps. They know that if I can trigger you, I can get you to act out of character. You will, because you've done it so many times. So they set up emotional booby traps, especially in the courtroom. When you go into the courtroom, you have to remember that this is a place of facts. This is not about your emotions. This is not about your thoughts about this person being a narcissist. You have to come in with facts. When you come into the courtroom, you call someone a narcissist, you better make sure that you have some material or some information to back that up. You are not an expert witness. You're not a mental health provider. They're going to smear your name and do whatever they want to do, but you have to stay focused. Do not get caught up in the booby traps. So this is part 2 of the narcissist game of chess. Ready? Always remember, everything to them is a win or lose. There's no gray. It's black or white. And if they think that you're going to get away with something, they'll go through all lengths. They'll jump the greatest hurdles to make sure that you lose at all costs. And the best way to handle them is to make sure you stay grounded and you stay focused. When you don't give off your reaction, it irritates, it torments them. Remember this. Anytime they want to come in and cause major destruction, they come in with major distraction, such as smear campaigning, major smear campaigns, harassing you, threatening you, calling you, everything to throw you off so that you'll get emotionally involved in the moment instead of staying focused on the long-term goal, on the goal that you're seeking, right? Especially in the courtroom. You cannot go into a courtroom full of emotions. It is a legal place that requires facts. If you accuse, the burden of proof is on you. So you cannot come into the courtroom accusing people of being a narcissist, whether you think they are or not. It doesn't matter. It is the behavior. What proof of the behavior do you have? Not narcissist. What proof of abuse do you have? Do you have proof where they have abused you? That's why I always tell people it is good to work with a domestic violent advocate or legal advocate, because they will assist you. And a lot of them already have a reputation in the courtroom, and the judge respects their professional opinion. A lot of times you don't know how to articulate because you are so caught up in your emotions. Remember what the Facebook post said. You have to strengthen your mind so that your mind will overrule your emotions. Emotions will get you in trouble. That's why the narcissist is a soul hunter. That's why a narcissist is a soul sabotager. They are all about the emotions, all about triggering people, all about getting into your heart. This is the time where you can win. When you go into the court, stick with the facts. Don't try to overdo stuff. My mama gave me that. My mama gave me, my daddy gave me that. There are some things you have to learn to let go of. Sometimes even heirlooms, even, I'm not saying inheritances and money and stuff like that, those things to fight for. But there are certain things that some of them want visitation with your dog. And I know that's Fluffy. I know you love Fluffy and that's a part of the family, but they'll use anything. And they want you to step out of character so that you can do exactly what they've told people that you're going to do. That narcissist never sees you as changing. So as you change, as you grow, and as you heal, they always assume that you are still where you are at. Get out of your emotions and strengthen your mind. They're playing chess. That is their illusional world, dysfunctional world. So just wanted to put out a message to everyone in reference to suicide. Suicide is a permanent answer to a temporary problem. Suicide rates have gone up because people feel hopeless. People feel like they cannot change their situation. There is no, silver lining. There is no light at the end of the tunnel. But it is a permanent answer to a temporary problem. People age, people die, people grow, people break up, people make up, people get married, all those things, part of life. And we have to build resiliency. And for those of you, even those of you that are coming out of a narcissist relationship, you've been discarded, you've been hurt, and it feels like you've lost your breath and you can't breathe, there's help out there. I always advocate that it is my sponsor. However, I myself am a licensed mental health counselor and a certified clinical trauma professional. And so because it is my field and I cannot serve people outside of the state of Washington when it comes to mental health services, I advocate all the time, especially through betterhelp.com/Dr. Carmen. And you can get on there, and a lot of them have been trained on narcissist abuse. PESI, if you look up PESI, PESI is one of the biggest agencies or biggest training where they bring education to those of us that are in the mental health and behavioral health field or social work field. This is where we get our continuing education hours from. And they are now including gaslighting. They're educating therapists on narcissist abuse, gaslighting, so that they can recognize it in a clinical setting. But if you go to betterhelp.com and look at the site itself and look up narcissism or narcissistic personality disorder, it has a lot of articles on there talking about the disorder. And you can reach out to a therapist. Use that betterhelp.com/Dr. Carmen, and then they will give you a 10% discount. If you cannot afford it, or if you think you cannot afford it and you are priceless, tell them, and they will work with your finances. They will work with you. There are other places, go look at your insurance carrier. If you have insurance, look at the insurance carrier and see who in your area is available to you. But on BetterHelp, there are licensed professionals. They're licensed professionals that can help you with the trauma or the grief that you're going through in this situation. And if you feel suicidal, you can go to call 911, or you can go to your local ER, or there's a number right here at the bottom of my screen that you can contact. You can chat, you can go on the site, or you can call them and they will connect you. They will talk to you. They're crisis counselors and they will talk to you. The suicide is never an answer to a temporary problem. So make sure, don't be afraid. Don't let people tell you that if you go to counseling, you're weak. No, you're not. You're strong, because you are trying to strengthen your mind. Hopefully this has helped.